So having a website that works while you sleep is the ultimate goal as a business owner. Today, I'm going to break down what you need to do or to have on your website to ensure that it sells your products, your services, and really highlights what your brand is and what you're all about while you sleep. And don't worry, I'll make sure that it's not too tech savvy, and they're very doable tasks, things that you can implement today on your website in the back end so that it is literally ready to go and supports your growth as a business owner. And just on a side note, these are things that you can implement really quickly. They're things that we have reviewed on our own website and from past client work that we have seen make a tremendous difference in your marketing. So let's set you up for success in 2024 with your website, and let's make it work for you. So the first thing, I just want to mention the importance and value of having a website to begin with. It's really the landing page where you are directing people to. So whether you have a YouTube or whether you have a podcast or a blog, you need a landing page to direct people to who you are and what you do. Your ideal clients need a place to find you. So having that great foundation is a great place to start. So let's set the stage. We know the importance and the value of your website. It is literally the digital storefront of your business. Do not sleep on your website. Make sure that it is set and ready to go for you and that it can really happen at any stage of your business. The role of a website is so significant in your business plan. It's part of your whole business plan. So think of it as, again, like I said, the digital storefront and the primary marketing tool in your business. It is the foundation of your home. And I can't stress that enough. Having a solid foundation will really allow you to be able to build on top of all the other components and make you a stronger business at the end of the day. So everything else, like I said, can be built up around that foundation. So a well-designed website can significantly improve and impact your business success. So let's get into understanding your audience. Understanding your target audience's needs, preferences, and pain points is huge. Again, it comes to building that foundation. So using your analytics to really do some research and support the growth and trajectory of your website. So where are people entering your site? I love using Google Analytics. It's really important and valuable for me to see where people are landing, which page on my site, and then where they're exiting. It also is important to see if I get more traffic and what kind of traffic. So whether it's direct traffic, so directly from a URL, or if it's organic searchable, pages, if that's where they're finding me organically. I love doing organic marketing. It's just been one of the things that I have stood firm on in my business since I've started. Paid ads are fantastic and is another way to use your Google Analytics to see if the money that you're putting into your paid ads is actually getting the results that you want to see. So it's really important to check out your audience and your analytics. Probably I would suggest monthly, and then really deep dive into it every 6 months so that you can see if it's growing and doing what you need your website to be doing. Another point to mention in understanding your audience is really looking at your SEO and keyword search. And I'm not going to dig into that in today's episode. There are a lot of other things that can make you more searchable. And I am not an SEO expert. I know the basics in SEO searchability and putting keywords into the pages that you need to drive traffic to. But if you research or Google SEO searchability in YouTube, you can find tons of videos on ways to implement SEO-rich keywords and tags onto your site to make it more searchable. Crafting compelling content. I've talked about this on previous episodes around podcasting specifically, but today we're going to be talking about clear content on your website. And it's not only important that you're capturing your audience's attention and driving conversions, but are your offers laid out on your site clearly? And do you need to be more straightforward? Don't make your visitors have to search what they're looking for. And a top tip is literally having a friend or family member go through your website to see if they can find things clearly. Because sometimes we tend to overcomplicate even how we're talking. So our copy doesn't even sound like how we would talk to our ideal clients. So making sure that it is clear and concise, to the point, and there's no confusion as to why they're there and what they're looking for really will be helpful for you. Optimizing your user experience. This goes literally hand in hand with clear and concise content that you're putting on your site. If someone's coming to your site specifically for website templates and they are struggling trying to find which tab, where they need to go, and how to get there, make sure that that's clear. So what is the path from offer to purchase, and how are they able to book with you as well? And that comes down to what type of offers are in your offer suite. Is the workflow as much as you want and you're driving traffic through the offer suite and then they're able to book with you right off the site? Or do you have it set up so that they have to fill out a pre-work questionnaire so you get to know them a little bit better and to see if you're the right fit? Or are you getting them to enter your contacts page and set up a connect call with you just to make sure, again, if you're the right fit, but talking to them first is how you book in your clients typically. Everything needs to be structured in a way that it makes sense for your complete business plan. And that is how you set up the flow and the user experience for your website. Building trust and credibility. I cannot talk about this enough. Trust is so important. How are you showcasing your past work with your clients? And do you have a mix of testimonials? Do you have a portfolio maybe that can showcase what you do and who you are and how you've worked with clients in the past so that they can really get a feel and a vibe for what you produce and if it's something that aligns with them? Maybe you can add case studies into the mix. And I love a great case study because it's just an extension of a written testimonial. And in a way, it provides more of a story approach. And we know what stories can do. They can really leave a lasting impression on the person that's reading that. If you want to find out a little bit more about the difference between testimonials and case studies, I have an awesome episode on the Online Creator podcast, episode 56 with Brittany Herzberg, and we dive into a deeper conversation around case studies. And yeah, it's amazing how much they can add to the copy on your website. There are many ways to add testimonials as well. So we've talked about the written, so through copy, but you can also have video testimonials. There's lots of websites now that have video testimonials. One of my favorite ways also is using one of my favorite tools called SpeakPipe, and it's an audio testimonial because not all of your clients actually like video. So they are more open to giving you an audio testimonial or a written testimonial over a video testimonial. But having their voice come through on whether you use it on your social platforms or whether you use it on your website, it really can leave a lasting impression on your next potential client because you're really capturing how they are feeling in that moment if you're asking the right questions for your testimonials as well. And that's a whole nother topic, is getting really quality testimonials from clients that you've worked with. Implementing effective calls to action. Okay, I am going to dive deeper into this topic because I don't think people use calls to action enough. There's many clients that I've worked with in the past around their podcasts that they don't even understand the value, or why would they, because they don't want to use a call to action because it sounds pushy and they're not really trying to promote that. But at the end of the day, if you're not placing a call to action on your website correctly or in your podcast, you are missing out on massive opportunities to grow your audience and to grow your revenue at the end of the day for your business. And if you're putting all this time and energy into building a brand and a business, you want to have calls to action on your website in strategic places. And there's many places to put calls to action on your website. You can place, for example, banners on your landing page that are literally at the top, and they can kind of come and go, ebb and flow with the season of business that you're in. So maybe you're launching for a few weeks a new offer or talking about membership that's only open once or twice a year. You can have the banner set up so it's a call to action and driving, book now or join now feature right there. There's lots of opportunities where you can have a landing page set up so that once somebody kind of reads through half of it, a pop-up banner comes up and it really highlights what you're promoting. There's also lots of ways to add calls to action in your footer. Maybe it's a way to join your newsletter, opt in for a freebie that you're promoting. Lots of ways to add calls to action to your website. So just to recap, the value and importance of your website to be the driving force and marketing tool that will really elevate your business. Do not skip this. Do not sleep on it. Understand your audience and why they're coming to you to solve, and why how you're solving their problem. Crafting compelling content to make sure that you're clear with what you're talking about and who you are, who your ideal client is, how you can support them and work with them. When they come to your website and they know how to also navigate and optimizing the user experience. And I'm also going to dive deeper into that topic because there's so many cool trends for 2024 with web design that is really optimizing that user experience piece. And I'm so excited to talk about that. But anyways, wrapping this up, navigating where your web visitors are entering, what landing page, and then where they're exiting, how they're able to reach you and purchase from you and work with you in the future. Building that trust and credibility through testimonials, case studies, all those good places. And there's so many unique ways. Find a way that makes sense to your own personality as well. And then also implementing effective calls to action, which are so important. And again, it should not be skipped over. I encourage you to check over your website that you have currently now. Consider implementing some of these actionable strategies today that can be done right away and just super easy to implement. And if you don't have a testimonial, you're really starting from scratch, there's lots of ways that you can add this to your website. I know when I first started out 3.5 years ago, I didn't have any testimonials because I was just new in the space. So I reached out to some online friends through networking opportunities, and we supported each other doing work. I did some design work for her, and then she gave me some coaching work for free, and we supported each other through testimonials. So there's so many unique ways that you can get started so that you can build that like, know, and trust factor that we know is how you encourage people to actually take action and work with you. Because again, at the end of the day, we're in the people business and people buy from people. So I hope this, brought some value to today. And I hope that you can implement some of them. If you have any questions or would like a little bit more information on some of the things that we talked about today, please reach out over on Instagram at May and James Co. I would love to hear what you're implementing and see how it's impacting your business. Take care and talk soon.